Hi. So obviously the game is out. It's been out. It's going to have been out. At the time of recording this, I'm like about to probably finish Melody of Memory in this sitting. So I have been rendering or trying to render this video for about 84 hours, and it probably still has quite a bit to go, so I don't even know when this is gonna be out. Apologies first and foremost to Damo for contributing his expertise, his presence to this, and but it's a nice video. I'm proud of this video. It would have been nice if it could have been out, but that's not what happened. So in any case, I hope that there's something here for you, anything at all, but hello. Is everybody excited for Mellow Memo? I am, and I have a guest here who I think is excited as well. Please introduce yourself.
Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged, yeah. Hey, I'm Damo, and I am excited for Melody of Memo, whatever.
Yeah, I've heard somebody call it Mellow Memo, and that's so fun, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right, so what I thought that we'd do here today is a little bit of playing off a video that I've made in the past for Remind, where we just throw out some predictions, some like really good bets of what we think might possibly happen in the upcoming Kingdom Hearts title, Melody of Memory.
100% accurate, guaranteed all your money back takes, and you can take this to the bank, bet on them, these are our predictions, so yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
So let's see. What's a good one to get started? Let's see. All right. So I have one involving Subject X, who is perhaps Skuld, and Kairi. So when Kairi gets kidnapped by Apprentice Nort, I think she isn't a test subject for very long, but she does have a little small passing conversation. It's short, but we do get to like talk to Subject X.
With Subject X, yeah. I could definitely see that, like maybe they're housed in the same, like temporarily they're in the same little, that room in the back of, the underground castle, whatever it is.
Yeah, or like across the hallway.
You're a girl too, hey, what's
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at night when they're screaming at each other, like, get me down in the cell, in cell AB.
No, that's so dark. But like, hey kid, let me roll like a piece of hard candy under the door for you.
Yeah. I do wonder how they're going to play that though, because isn't it supposed to be too dark to even make out much more than just a vague silhouette? Like,
yeah, so
I guess
probably,
maybe that'll be the gimmick.
Yeah, like just a voice, like, or like you see her hands like curl around her bars on the window. Very creepy.
Definitely.
Like
that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, I think we're pretty definitely going to see Subject X. Like it's a good time to
well, that's my bet.
tie it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have, what's your first prediction?
If we are trying to move towards like the future of the series, and they keep talking about how Skull's all important, and now they're introducing like other characters with, similar names of like the three sisters from, is it? I've already forgotten. Now it's Norse mythology, is it?
Yes. We have.
It would make sense to try and.
Yeah, there's Skuld. Who is? What'd you say?
Erd.
Skuld, Erd, and like Vervaldi or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be our Vor, right? I forget, but.
Could be. It could be like a shortened form of that, or like Kairi could be Vervaldi.
Yeah. That's possible.
Here
you never know.
It all comes back to Kairi. When you got Kairi on the brain, sometimes you're at one point, I'm gonna be right.
Yeah, I'm sure like Kairi will have some repressed memory that will suddenly come to light now that she's been forced to replay these memories. Oh, there'll be some big clue towards the future. And I don't know if she's gonna be like the third dreaming key or something like that, but Yeah, we'll see. I guess
Oh.
that could be one of my predictions, but
Okay. Yeah. So so then who you gotta like place down something like solid. Who are your three dreaming keys or what they are?
yeah. Yeah, so I guess for context, like at the end of Reminds, the fairy godmother's like, Riku's like, my dreams are important, and the fairy godmother's like, not just you, idiot, it's you and the other two. And then it sort of pans over to Kairi, and then it pans into the final world. And I guess you can take from that maybe it's the unnamed star is the third one, because she was last seen in the final world. I mean, Namine's not there anymore, so I guess it wouldn't be her, but I think the cutscene itself is called The Three Keys, so I guess it implies that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're Keyblade wielders, maybe they're not, but I kind of like, maybe Scald could be one? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Strelitzia maybe? I don't know, something crazy, but
All right.
I feel like it's not going to be anyone that like, it can't be Terraven or Aquarat, they're off doing their thing.
Yeah.
And so what? Like, I kind of like Shion if she's so linked closely to Sora's memories that like, wouldn't she be a good candidate?
Yeah.
And she was a Keyblade wielder, but then why cut to the final world? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you still haven't named the three. You gotta name three. For sure.
Oh, I need.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Sora, Riku definitely. Sorry, Riku, Kairi definitely, and then, I don't know. Go on, Subject X. That'll be my third one. Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Yes. So that's for your bet, and you owe me money if that doesn't turn out to be the thing.
That's right, 100% correct. Yeah,
There
I'll
you
give
go.
you lots of MU-double-NY money if that doesn't pan out correctly.
Yeah, like a big old blob of gold just pops up in my lap from you.
Just a red little knapsack full of, here you go.
Yeah, there. Yeah, oh yeah. What trailer was it? I think it was the first trailer, where Apprentice Nort is talking about. He's putting Kairi in like he's putting Kairi in the little tube, the arc, and he says, "I'm sending you to a world that's neither of light nor darkness, but somewhere on the other side." So, I think that Kairi is going to, on her trip to Destiny Islands, she's gonna go to a world before she gets there. And it's gonna be somewhere in between.
I could see it being something pretty crazy, yeah, like it'll be... Depends if they want to make new assets or not. It's like, is she going to go to the final world? Is she going to go to like Shibuya or something? It's like, we didn't have to make any stuff if we don't want to, but
Ooh.
hey, does she take a detour past the final world first? And that's why she's like, oh, I've been here before, and now I can hold Sora here in Kingdom, like retroactively being like, that's how she keeps Sora alive in 3.
Are you there?
The takes were so good, I just disconnected, yeah. The takes were so spicy.
Oh! Square Enix dropped in on our call. They're on to us.
Shut it down! Shut it down! So spoilers.
Yeah. So building off of that, I say Kairi, her younger self, somehow does there's some kind of like time thing, and she makes contact with her older self while she's there and does some kind of magic thing too. Let's add on top of that. Throw that out there.
I mean, it's possible, right? Like, they have to, I guess, link it back to current day somehow. Like, is she just going to suddenly remember all these things? Like, what? I guess we don't know the mechanism yet of how she's actually remembering all this stuff. Like, is it while she's dreaming? Demix is sitting in the background strumming away at his little sitar, and then does she starts remembering stuff? Like, what, is she strapped to a machine or something? Like, how do we... I guess we still don't know that part yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not? Why not? She gets flung into the future.
There it is. All your repressed memories are just because you like time hopped. That's it.
All right, I got one for you then.
Okay.
Where do you think this game is going to sit in terms of overall story importance? Do you think it's going to be... I personally don't think it's going to be like on the level of a numbered title, but I can see it holding the sort of weight of Chain of Memories. I mean, it's even named similar, or like Coded, I guess. I hope it's more than Coded. I hope it's somewhere between Coded and Chain of Memories in terms of like overall story relevance.
Yeah, I think.
But what's your take?
Story relevance, yeah, I think somewhere between Chain of Memories and Coded would be good. I think also just Remind. I think it would probably be very, very similar to Remind, just in like the amount of information we get and like about how long it is. You know, I think, especially because they're released so close together, and they obviously, because of how quickly Melody of Memory is coming out, they were developed at the same time, of course. So I think that's probably our best gauge with Remind.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so here's how I want like this setup to go. So we know that Kyrie is going to be narrating some things. So I think there will probably be some like wacky hijinks going on with how she's narrating. Like, for instance, she'll be recapping the end of one and she'll go, and then Sora said, "You're stupid!" And Riku was super pissed.
So it's like, it's her retelling of the series, basically, from her point of view. And like, then that big dum-dum Sora wouldn't even let me come to Hollow Bastion. He had to be the big hero.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. And
Exactly.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, and we hopefully, and what I really want from this is to like get her perspective on things that like happened during one, because she's conscious throughout the entirety of one. She is there, kind of almost even influencing Sora's own feelings on what's happening in one, and of course, like what she was doing throughout Chain of Memories and Days in the beginning of one, when she's back home, you know, chilling out, going to school and nothing else.
That could be room for some fun there, right? Like, especially during the Chain of Memories time, where I'm assuming we will get to go through Castle Oblivion stages, and then she can be like, hang on, who's this Nominate chick? And what, Sora forgot about me? And blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it'll be her perspective on like, oh yeah, we all just forgot about Sora. That was weird. Like,
yeah.
I guess this is what he was doing during that time.
Mm-hmm.
He had an attitude during this section.
Yeah, absolutely.
This Chain of Memories Sora's got such a like a...
He forgot about me. He doesn't deserve me. So here's one for you. So far, there has been a couple of confirmed Disney party members that we've seen. We've seen Simba, we've seen Mulan, Beast, Peter Pan, Ariel, Aladdin, and Hercules.
Ariel, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, of the other Disney party members that we have had in the past, do you think we will get any more, and who do you think they are? Yeah,
I guess it's the likelihood, and it gets kind of meta, right? Tarzan's obviously out.
Obviously.
Like, do you think Jack Sparrow is going to be coming along, like, slash, and given his point of view? Are we seeing any of the new Pixar characters, the KH3 engine?
Yeah.
Like, are we going to...
Are we going to
you can't
those
have, like,
people?
Kingdom Hearts 1-star Sora next to KH3-star Woody, can you? Like, that would be a little bit out of place. But, like, we've seen KH1 Sora going down, like, the Let It Go Frozen cutscene, so, like...
Yeah.
Either that's a fake out for the trailer and they're actually going to have KH3 models in there, or they are happy to cross the art styles like that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
Because if it's literally just going to be the KH3 version of Let It Go, then Sora, Donald, and Goofy in the KH3 style are in that cutscene. So we're going to be literally playing KH1 Sora on the background of KH3 Sora, and it's going to... Will that look a little bit funny? I don't know.
It will be funny, and I could definitely see him doing that. So my biggest bets, I think, would be young Hercules from Birth by Sleep and Stitch. Those are my bets. But you could also pick Jack Skellington, Tron, or Tron, like even... like 3D Dream Drop Distance Tron, or like Korra maybe even.
Right. Rinslow, whatever. Yeah.
Prince Philip.
Huh. Yeah.
And do you think any of the Final Fantasy characters?
Right. I was just thinking either Zack or Cloud, or even like Leon potentially. Yuffie. Hell. I guess Aerith doesn't really fight in KH2, but all the other ones do.
Yeah, I think if a Final Fantasy character is going to get in, it's either going to be Leon or Cloud.
Yeah, they're the big two for sure.
Yeah.
I guess it's weird in the sense that like they seem happy to swap out Sora, Donald or Goofy with a Disney member, like you would in Kingdom Hearts 1
Yeah.
or 2. But I don't know how happy they are to like, because we can play as what? We can play as Aqua with Ven or Terra as backup.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they'll let you sub out one or both of those with
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep era party members. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if it's
For that matter, like if you try and play through a Kingdom Hearts 1 section with Birth by Sleep characters, do you get to swap out one of those guys with Simba, for example? Like,
yeah, that's the
yeah,
question.
I wonder.
But so, Mr. Demo Man, who's been getting all the
Yo.
the demo. Are there any insights that you have from getting all the high scores, all the full chains and the full excellence and what have you? What gameplay stuff you got for us?
Yeah, I think it's really cool how like every song that I've seen so far seems different in a way. Like you have to learn. I guess on the regular mode it's not too bad, and you can sort of do whatever you want to because it's only going to be. I guess this is the X, circle, triangle, and I guess square for the boss fights. We haven't actually seen that yet, but I think there was a dodge part in the boss fights. But you only really need to play with like 5-ish buttons, maybe 6 in the regular gameplay. But then performer mode comes along and like literally asks you to use the rest of the controller basically. So
Okay. Yeah.
that's what I'm looking forward to the most because with performer mode, you have to literally learn every single song. Like you can't just wing it. Like there's always a gimmick to every single song. And if there's 140 plus songs in the demo, then it's like, okay, they're, assuming like at least half of them are relatively unique. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun trying to learn each of the gimmicks. So
Yeah.
and some of the more intense boss fight like tracks, like I keep saying Dark Impetus, but all those ones that have just crazy like high beats per second, beats per minute, whatever it is, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really, really fun to try and take them all on.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm excited.
So, with you talking about, you have to really, really know these, and you've said this a couple times before, where that just like clicked off in my head about when you verse Yuzora,
Right.
it's literally impossible to win against his fight the first time because you have to know his fight and you have to know what to respond to. Do you think maybe there will be a secret something locked behind a final battle where like Nachtflügel is like you have to beat that in performer mode maybe?
I would love that to happen, but I think they're afraid of locking people out of content. Like, well, I say that, and then they go ahead and ask you to beat your Zora to see a certain cutscene. But
Yeah, so it might be different just with like the
so
genre.
maybe not.
Yeah, but
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because they've gone ahead and said, okay, here's like 13 plus games, all with the action RPG style. We're not going to lock exclusive content behind you now mastering a rhythm game style because it's not for everyone, obviously. Like,
yeah.
for whatever reason, I click with it, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not for everyone. So it'd be a bit mean to ask him to do that.
I don't care. I survive off gamer tiers, so. If
Yeah, like the competitive aspect of me wants there to be something crazy hard. Like, yeah, only the real gamers, quote unquote, will be able to possibly unlock this. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it, unfortunately.
Well, I'll bet on it. Show me
Yeah.
like snake eyes, lucky numbers, and all that. Red.
Hell yeah. I mean, I want there to be like at least some reward for beating, because from what I could see in the demo, there was literally no extra reward for beating anything on performer mode, performer style. So I want there to be something, because I gotta flex. I can't do this for nothing. What, just for fake internet points, fake likes? No. I need something. I need something real, tangible. If I need pixels on my screen, come on.
Can you pause for 1 second? I gotta go get a charger.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Be right
No
back.
worries.
Entertain the people while I'm gone.
Oh yeah, no worries. Okay.
Okay, did you have a nice and healthy discussion?
I did, yeah. This is all going out live, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, chat has been kind of quiet today, but...
Can I get some F's in chat for the the slow chat? How well do you think, when it comes to the character theme / memory dive things, when we're going through, other than like, of course, Let It Go, which we've already seen in its entirety, how well do you think the artistry of the AMVs they made for that is going to be?
As in, like, how well will it translate to the Melody Memory gameplay style? Or are they joking they're just going to slap directly from cutscene, slap Sora floating down a chain onto it?
Do you know what I'm talking about when I say AMVs?
Oh, right, like, my main experience with those is what, like, Wake Me Up, or...
Wake Me Up! Yeah, that's exactly...
What's the Evanescence one?
Yeah, will it make your 13-year-old self who watched, like, Kingdom Hearts AMVs of emo songs all day, every day, will that person be satisfied?
Will it do that person proud? Yeah. Will it have the saturation, like, way down and the glitchy effects all the way up to really add to that intensity? Yeah.
Tons of
yeah,
masking.
that's prediction.
Transitions
Exactly.
galore.
Exactly. Yes, guaranteed. Like the dive to the heart, all of that good stuff. All the, Riku vs. Roxas. I can't think of the names of the songs now, but
Wake me
it's all
up.
going to be 100%. Make your 12-year-old self very proud.
Oh. Sorry, I think I'm so entirely funny.
I'm looking forward to seeing your reaction to when we have to do an AMV over the back cover cutscenes, and you're just going to be rolling your eyes the entire time. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Being forced to see these idiots again in their stupid costumes.
Ira is the person who listened to Evanescence every day on his little iPod shuffle.
Yeah, he was reading the book, but he had his headphones in each side, and he was pretending to. Yes, he spent all 3 years, whatever, preparing for the war by amping himself up, listening to AMVs over and over again, ready for combat.
Downloaded them off that, like, the LimeWire thing. And then, in like 144p, just watching.
Yes. Yeah.
On the bus. So this one might be a little bit out of left field, but I think it would be very fulfilling to me, and I think probably a lot of other people too, where I get to smack the toupee off of Ansem the Wise.
Finally gets his comeuppance.
Yes.
Yeah, It's weird that he's in this sort of redemption arc right now, right? That
completely weird.
Despite, I mean, he on one hand allegedly wrote the Kingdom Hearts 1 secret reports where he had no qualms about kidnapping his citizens, performing crazy weird experiments on them, and then as the games go on, he has a change of heart. Like the second he experiments on Xehanort, he has a weird change of heart about it, and then he's like, oh no, shut it all down, no, this has gone out of hand. But then it's, yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with him, but
white men. What else you got?
I've tried not to look at the soundtrack. I know, like, a lot of it's been listed up on the website.
Okay, yeah.
I think they listed like 92-ish of the 140 plus songs that are going to be in the thing. But I guess, are there any, like, that you're really looking forward to that you think, like, that would be just fun to play?
I'm a very passive, like, listener of the Kingdom Hearts music. So I barely know, like, the names of tracks. I barely know, like, what is what. So, like, I already know that Kairi's theme is in there. Already know that Shion's theme is in there.
Happy.
I'm pretty happy. Do you have one that you're, like, really gearing for?
I guess just the like, secret boss fights and stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Is it Rage Awakened that was in the trailer? That Lingering Will theme, it makes me happy every time. I don't know why. I love that song. Every part of that boss fight's so happy. It's so cool.
Oh,
So
yeah.
being able to play that's gonna be really, really fun.
That would be fun.
I think like they could do something crazy emotional of like, you know, the Sora sacrifice music, the really slow, right after he impales himself with the Keyblade.
Oh,
And
okay,
it's like
yeah.
it's like more or less the Kingdom Hearts theme, right? But like really, really slowed down. Or Dearly Beloved, but really slowed down. I think it's been ages, but I think
Yeah.
like you could do something really fun with that.
Yeah.
And if especially if it's Kairi then watching that back.
Ooh. Oh, that
Yeah,
hurt.
right. It's gonna be like, ooh, whew. Yeah.
How am I
But
supposed to? With this entire series, it's like, how am I supposed to keep playing with these tears streaming down my face? I can't see the screen,
Exactly.
Nomura.
exactly. All right. So okay, where does the story start and where does the story end? How much progress do we get in Melody Memory?
Ooh. I think it might be very basic, but I think it's gonna start right after Sora leaves, and no, well, right after Kairi gets back from Sora saving her from death, and then it's gonna end like we're basically gonna be like where we were at the end of Limit Cut, where, you know, like it's been a year, Kairi's been asleep for a year, and we're probably gonna end like the last shot is her like opening her eyes for the first time in a year.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we don't get Sora back in this one. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It'll be like I said, like the chain of memories of the coded, where you sort of, like if Kingdom Hearts 1, the idea is okay, I'm leaving at the end of KH1 to get Riku back. Now that Kairi's safe.
Mm-hmm.
We don't succeed in that until the end of 2. Like we have adventures on the way to that, but we don't succeed until. I mean, same from Kingdom Hearts 2 to 3. I think that's probably the best analogy, really, where you know, between 2 and 3 we had. I mean, it was meant to be 3 titles in it. Well, there was initially 3 titles teased, right? The Birth by Sleep days and coded.
Yeah.
And then 3D comes along, and then Unicross comes along before we properly get, or Key, I guess, before we properly get 3. And we know that we're gonna go and save these characters, but there's the stepping stones to get there, so this will just be one of probably many stepping stones before we properly get Sora back, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. What do you think timeline wise
I guess,
then?
yeah, I think you're right, mostly in the sense of like, I could see there being a couple of extra like supplementary fill-in cutscenes to be like, hey, if you didn't play Remind, this is more or less what happened. Like, and especially for Switch owners, that I assume a lot of the game exists literally just to catch Switch owners up anyway. Like,
Yeah.
hey, all these memory dives and the more or less a musical recap of the entire series is like, hey, Nintendo fans, this is the last 20 years of Kingdom Hearts. Okay, you had a fun little singy dance time of getting caught up. Cool, you more or less know what happened.
Yeah.
Now you're ready to go forward.
And-
Hey, if you're buying a new console, maybe buy the one with KH4 on it. Like,
Yeah.
now you're all caught up. But yeah, I think we get like a tease of Sora. We get to see where he is, but we can't get to him. Because that's good at the heartstring tugging, right? Like if Kairi can finally be like, oh, there he is, I can finally get back to him. Oh no,
Invisible
just out of reach,
walls.
or like, or it's like the world ends with you sort of thing, where he's in this, they're physically in the same place, but they're in a different like plane of existence or whatever.
Yes.
And so she can see him, like Kingdom Hearts 3D star, but he can't see her back. Wasn't there the whole thing of like in Cage 3D that like Riku kept warning Sora not to keep chasing dreams? That it was like, you know, you'll get dragged further and further into the darkness if you keep chasing the dreams. There could be that sort of like echoes where Riku's again got to warn Kairi not to dive too deep, and
Yeah.
I don't know. And she'll listen this time because she's not a doofus. But it'll be hard for her. She'll have to let him go to the proper way of getting him back. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, that would be a lot, but it would be good.
Because they got to get you interested in the next title, right? That's the eternal engine of this
That's the point.
this series. That it's always like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, you've got this one, but you need to play the next one too. So they got to drag you in somehow.
Yeah.
Especially if they're trying to introduce new characters, like to carry the story.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be like the something that like I get really upset with Nomura about. Like, please, can you just focus on one thing? I know that you're always 10 steps ahead of us, but it would be nice if you focused on the step that we are right now. So
Right.
that could be like the best it can be.
Yeah, I mean that's one of Kingdom Hearts 3 itself's biggest letdowns, right? That it seems so
Yeah.
caught up with setting up phase 2, if that's what we're going to call it.
Then ending
That-
phase 1.
Right. Then giving us a really satisfying ending to 1, and then I felt like Remind almost had to play catch up and be like,
Yeah.
well, hang on, like let's
It's okay.
make sure we
it's all
get
right.
this right.
You still like Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't suck, I promise.
I mean, I'm still here, right? I'm still deep in the weeds.
Here we are. Yeah. All right. What else you got for me? I'm ready.
I guess, are we going to see... I feel like they're going to tie Yozora into this a little bit. And I think people are sick of hearing about him, but...
I'm rolling my eyes.
Exactly, yeah. I could see it going that way. Like, I could see us ending up in Shibuya at some point.
Yeah.
Whether through... I mean, I would love to see the World Ends With You kids if we're even going to go down that crazy route, but...
Yeah.
In my head, there's going to be this, like, big convergence of all these, like, Square properties in the next few years. Mm-hmm. And Kingdom Hearts will be the medium for that. Like, I used to think that, like, Reconnect Kingdom Hearts was the metaphor for, like, it somehow got disconnected from the rest of this video game, like, universe that it belongs to. And we were, like, going to reconnect it back in to that through, you know, we're going to meet up with the World Ends With You characters, whatever, and then basically discount Final Fantasy characters, and we're all going to sort of smack them together. But
Yeah.
now it's an oath to return, I think, is the new tagline. But
Yeah.
yeah, that probably means something too. An oath to return Kingdom Hearts to the... Sorry.
An oath to return, to reconnect, to plug in to the
Exactly.
video game world.
Scald almost seems definitely to me.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess, are we gonna see like any of Malusha and I guess Lorium and Arena? We're finally gonna get like, oh, they're awake now, and I don't know if Kari does. If it's a recap of the entire series, we have to touch on back cover and Union Cross and all that junk, right?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, hey, what were you guys doing there? And she
I almost, one, I feel, but I also, like, don't want them to be in here, just because I feel like there's a lot of other stuff going on. And, like, I would
yeah.
want the grace of their presence to be, like, held in something that's worth their presence, you know? Like,
Sure.
I could almost even like see them not coming back until like Sora's back and maybe we're in like Kingdom Hearts 4 or something. I mean, it would be like very hard to wait to see my bitch queen and her trusty sidekick for that long. To wait for that long, but you know, again, like it needs to be worth them coming back. The project needs to be worth them.
I want it so bad, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna get it yet. But like, just seeing Malusha and Lorium coming back with, Lorium and Arena with like full memories of like, because somehow dying twice is the real key to unlocking your ancient memories.
Yeah.
Not dying once, that doesn't do it. But dying twice, that's the key. And just like the look in their eyes of like, okay, let's go find her. Just that's it. Like nothing else, but just like,
Yeah.
okay, let's go find her. Trying to get Strelitzia back somehow.
I'm also kind of worried
I want
though
it so bad.
that now that their memories are back, they might like soften their characters a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Larxene Elrena has to be a bitch. That is an integral part of her character, and you can't take that away from her.
It very much is, yeah.
And Elrena is kind of like happy-go-lucky, like, oh, I'll help you look for your sister. She's kind of my friend too, so let me go do that. I have bangs and I'm preppy, you know?
The only redeeming line of that is Chirithy's like, since when do you care about other people? So they're trying to hint at like,
Yeah.
no, she might care about the people that she's very close to. Well, but I guess like she's like, well, I only knew Strelitzia like twice. We were in the same party together. But
Yeah. It could just be like her, Strelitzia, and Lorium just have like a special connection, because like that's
Right.
you know, the goal to have to crack that, you know, hard outer shell, and only a select few people can
The
do
shell,
it.
exactly.
Yeah. So, but yes,
Yeah.
I don't want them to be their characters, both her and Lawarium, because Lawarium does have a little bit of like, you know, and I don't want that to be softened just because
An
he's
edge
like,
to it,
oh, I'm
yeah.
a big brother now, so I have to be doting and, you know, all that.
All the anime tropes.
Yeah.
I guess that's the problem when you set up so much in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, well, yeah, I want you to pay that all off now. Like, I want to know. I mean, you've set up this Luke Sword thing in Demix, and they have ancient Keyblade War memories or whatever, but we've seen
Where are
nothing of it
they?
in Union Cross. So it's like,
Where are
okay,
they?
well, where are they going to come up then?
Yeah.
Like, I think we're just about out of like time travel pods for them to even come through. So now I'm like,
Yeah.
well, they're not going to show up in Union Cross then. They're going to show up in like Yazora's world's past or some nonsense like that.
Oh, God.
And the ancient Keyblade War they fought in was actually like another ancient war that's like Yazora's version of the Keyblade, of a similar equivalence to the I want it all. But we're not going to get it.
Yeah.
We're going to get a happy little adventure. We're going to get Kari being sad for 5 seconds. We're going to get Riku being like, where's Sora? And we're going to get like a cool little tease for the next game, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah.
But
You
I
know.
want more. I want it all. I want it all.
Oh, did you? Was it? I think it was you who I was talking to, right? Because you played through. You like did some math, and you were like, okay, they're saying that the total playtime of Melody of Memory is going to be about 10 hours, and you were saying that like I think about like 4 of those is going to be actually like gameplay. So there's only going to be like max 6 hours of cutscenes. Is that what you were saying?
Well, I'm assuming they'll think like, okay, you're gonna do each song a couple of times at least. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, if you take 140 songs and you average them out at like 2.5 minutes each, what does that give you? Like, let me just redo that real quick because I'm a dummy. But yeah, it comes out to like 4-ish hours or something. So how much actual cutscenes we're gonna get? Like, obviously you're gonna be flying around the map as a menu, and not every song will be required for the story. Like, there'll be, I'm assuming, post-game songs and
Yeah.
other stuff like that. Maybe co-op exclusive songs. Who knows? But
Yeah.
or maybe just like, yeah, completely non-required at all. Like, I don't know if the memory dives are going to be required for the story. They probably will.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Maybe.
you're not going to put that much effort into making AMVs for no one
Right.
to see them.
But yeah, I'm hoping we get a few solid hours of cutscenes in there.
Yeah.
I need it.
Mm-hmm.
It literally keeps me alive. It's how I stay. I go into hibernation until a new Kingdom Hearts game is released, and then
Yeah.
I come out for to feed.
What? Yeah, like especially like coming out of like that, the biggest hiatus that the Kingdom Hearts series had ever had between Dream Drop and 3 coming out. It's so amazing that like I feel like I turned around and Melody of Memory was ready to come out.
Yeah.
Like just back to for 3 Remind and Melody, back to back to back. I'm still
It's
not
pretty
able
crazy,
to
yeah.
adjust to it because I'm used to like that dry spell of nothing coming out.
I do wonder if maybe the sales of 3 surprised them, and they were like, "Oh, there is interest in the series still. Like, yeah, let's maybe crank it for whatever it's worth." Like,
People like Kingdom Hearts? News to me.
huh? Huh? Yeah, wasn't that I forget, I read an interview one time, but when they first showed off Anti-Aqua at 3, there was maybe like a live showing of the trailer, maybe,
Yeah.
and he couldn't understand that, like, oh my god, everyone's really, really excited for this, and it's so surprising to me that people would be excited for this thing that they've been in development for,
Yeah.
you know, people have been excited for since potentially the end of Cage 2. Like, oh yeah, I want the sequel to that, please, thank you.
Nomura, we like you.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe they're like, okay, well, here, have more resources, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Don't just give them shitty mobile games, give them actual
Give them
sustenance.
like 5 teams to make all different kinds of Kingdom Hearts projects. Be careful. Be careful, please. He's such a big clotter out the lights, though. Can you see? Why don't you come here? Come here. Do you want to come here? Come here. Come on. Upsy pupsies. There you are. Want to see your head?
Oh,
There he is.
yes.
My pretty boy.
Oh, hello, Junior.
Hi, Junior.
Oh, I love him. I'm such a sucker for those dogs. They just like big old.
Big heads, big
old
bodies, big
Yeah.
oafs.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a
Anyway.
good shot. Yes. So you said you had like one left, and I think maybe we might have the same one.
It's possible.
All right. So
I guess we'll find out.
So do you want to say like what yours is, like at the count of 3, and we'll either be like well, it'll be very
Could be
embarrassing.
wrong.
Be very wrong or very very cool. All right.
Okay, sure.
Ready? 1 or 3.
One.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Who do you think is under the
Master Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Under the hood. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, is it the Master Masters or is it some sort of Xehanort thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, what's your take on it?
I think it's got to be something unexpected. Because it could either be... 3 biggest ones probably is Yuzora, Figment, Xehanort, or the Master of Masters, for sure, biggest. I want to say, though, I could also see it possibly being Skuld.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
something from her memory. But what I'm gonna sound like every single like Kingdom Hearts fan. It's gonna be Kairi's grandma. All right. Just you wait. She is gonna prove that she is some kind of like long legacy Keyblade wielder or something. Like in the Star Wars universe, how like you can't be like an important Force user unless you're related to another important Force user.
Yeah, it's a giant universe, but actually there's only 2 important families, so whoops.
So you think Master of Masters?
I could... They have to pop up in the story at some point, right? Like, the game's called MOM. So, I feel like that... Either it's him underneath the hood, but Kairi goes, oh, it's Xehanort, who else would it be? Like, her only point of reference for the black coat is Xehanort. So she goes, oh, it's you, you're ruining everything, blah, 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 you're back. Can't
Yeah.
believe we didn't kill you the first time. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
get you this time. Oh. Or, and then she's surprised to find that it is the Master. Or it is a Xehanort form, and it's a fake out for us, the viewer, going, yeah, it's the Master of Masters, but actually it's a Xehanort. And it's some memory, it's some, like you said, some figment, some sort of nonsense where she's haunted by him. I mean, if it's that's going to be the case, then it could probably be, like, the Sora that we see briefly flashing up for a second could be equivalently, like, she's haunted by these memories of important people to her.
Oh no,
But-
yeah.
Or it's like Lushu, and it's his next incarnation, like he's ditched as the... Well, no, because he says the
Yeah.
break body's going to be his last, so... Maybe
Yeah.
it's still... But it could still be him underneath the coat, I guess.
I don't think we're gonna ditch Zigbar just because he's like, that was him being
He's
Lushu
too
was
cool.
to like continue his relevance in the story, kind of, basically. So
Yes.
look, we
Yeah.
gotta keep those characters. Any
Yeah, the only-
character designed by Nomura is going to have some kind of relevance somewhere.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Can't let those designs go to waste.
It's like, is it the Kingdom Hearts 3 thing of they're going to show important stuff in the trailer, or now they know that they shouldn't show important stuff, so what they're actually showing is less important? Like,
That's the gymnastics we go through.
well, I guess in Remind they still showed basically the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, but like, it's at least the end of the game without any context, so it doesn't feel like a spoiler. Well, yeah. Well, maybe it will,
Yeah.
like, once we actually see it, but we just don't have the context right now to know that it is, or if it is a good enough shading of the spoiler to disguise how
Right.
spoilery it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with what's happened so far. Like, I kind of cross my
Yeah.
fingers and go, I hope there isn't a launch trailer in the next, like, week that goes, hey, here's everything you don't know so far, blah, 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 like, bang, 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 bang. Like,
Oh no. Well then, at least then you know.
but-
Don't watch that one. Do not watch that one.
If it's only a week out, we should be able to hold strong for a little bit and then just plow through.
Most people are already going on like their internet hiatuses of like, don't see, don't hear, don't speak. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because which is fair, because the review copies should start coming out soon, if not already, and
Yeah.
I think retail copies will be in stores soon, if not already. So,
Yeah. Kind of
yeah,
worried that no one's
it's-
gonna watch this video because it'll be released too close.
predictions are always fun though. Like at least
Yeah.
we can say definitively right now we don't know
Yeah.
anything that's gonna happen.
Obviously, we
It
don't
is
know.
currently. For me, it's the morning of the 3rd. For you, it's the night of the 2nd. So
Yeah.
that's it. We solved it. It's the entire game. Don't have to play it.
Yeah.
We did it.
We could skip this installment. Bring me on to Kingdom Hearts. Trying to come up with
3.75.
something
Well, 3.14.
of sleeping
253.
and becoming and existing days. Well, those are our predictions, our bets, our musings. If you have any that you would like to put out before the game comes out, please put them down below. Or if you are watching this in like the coming years and you like are working your way through the Kingdom Hearts series, what are your predictions? Hello, future people. Have we collapsed society yet? Sorry about that. Damo, thank you so much for coming over.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It's always great to have conversations with you about these
I love it.
freaking games,
I love it.
man.
I love it. My favorite thing.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Awesome.
there it is. Happy Mellow Memo Day or week, everybody. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope it treats you well. See you later.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.